Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Sag. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. Sagittarius, my fire family, we've got a short stack of oracles that we're using this week. We're going to throw some oracles. We're going to throw a 9-card draw for tarot. Find out what's going on for you in the week ahead, because as you know, if you've been here before, that I always read for the week ahead. Whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it is a general reading. Could resonate at that time. If it does not resonate now, it's not going to resonate for everyone because it is a general reading. So if you are somebody who is always here, you're my ride or die, thank you so much for doing that. And if you're brand new, I hope you'll stay. There is a subscription button down the bottom right-hand corner. If you would like to stay, I am your Saggy sister. Let's get at it. We start out with the Hierophant, Wisdom. We've got, at the bottom of the deck, we've got solitude. So somebody here is gaining wisdom whilst in the solitude. The wisdom, this person is becoming the Hierophant, right? This person is not only learning, but they're learning so they can teach others. This, to me, the solitude energy, this Virgo and Taurus energy, this also is someone who is quite very much spiritual, a shaman of sorts, right? When you go into the seclusion of this hermit energy, card number 9, when you go into the into this energy of the hermit, it's usually to go over the self. And Virgo is very highly critical of the self, but is also looking for their light, trying to learn things. She has a book of knowledge in her hands, right? And so it feels like in the future, it feels like you go in and out of this solitude energy, because I feel like you're trying to learn something, get on the right path, move really slowly towards something here, which is not really of your energy, right? You could have some Taurus energy. I am a Sagittarius rising, but I'm also a Taurus sun. So you could have the Taurus energy that's keeping you sort of in this place of learning, knowledge, becoming some sort of an authority of some sort as it pertains to spiritual things. Tell me more about Sagittarius. We've got a rebirth is assured, another 5. Look at that. Very interesting. So when I see more, I get excited, right, for you, because when I see more than 1 5 in a reading, it means that quick change is about to happen. I feel like somebody here is coming out of this hermit energy, and you're coming out of this hermit energy in a rebirth. The rebirth is you're being born again as this shaman, as this spiritual teacher, as somebody who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge. We do have bring a gentle touch. Maybe someone is learning to be a little more gentle with their words, a little kinder with the way that they are with people, situations, whatever it is for you. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about Sagittarius. If you do have some Taurus energy, just remember there is a full moon coming up, right? At the end of the week, Friday and Saturday, which is tomorrow and Saturday, I guess. We're already close to the end of the week. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. So you'd be letting things go, removing things, possibly in order to make you feel a little more emotionally stable. You'll be nurturing the self, feeling a lot more sensitive with your intuition, which is both of these, right? Tell me more. We have chop wood. It's been hard work. We do have card number 42, which is a 6. You know what I love about this is that we have 5, and 5 is lack, but we have 6. And so now you're over the hump here. You know, the 5s are a place of lack where you're working really hard to get out of this scarcity situation that you're in, but you're having some sort of a rebirth. And the rebirth has been really hard. I feel like you've really been working hard. Chopping wood is a hard thing to do. Cleaning things up. We have a broom here and some pails. It feels like you've been busy cleaning up your energy. That's what it feels like. And the hard work that you're putting in is about to pay off, Sag. We do have Unfinished Symphony. We have card number 10, which is kind of interesting because we've got 5s, right? 5 and 5. 5 and 5 is 10. Unfinished Symphony. It feels like there's something here that maybe stopped or came to an end, and it's about to resume itself. So we'll find out a little bit more about that as we pull more cards here. All right, last oracle deck, and then we'll get to the tarot here. Tell me about Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius. Ooh, Okay, we've got twin flame, we've got peace, and we've got an apology. Very interesting energy coming out here. Oh gosh, we've got more than one. Okay, these two came out together, past life connection and twin flame. So some of you, and these two are not the same things. Some of you are dealing with a past life connection. You do not have to be dealing with a twin flame in order to be dealing with a past life connection. And your twin flame is, well, I guess the twin flame is a past life connection. Otherwise, because we go through cycles and cycles and cycles and lifetimes in order to get to this place of union. So it feels like somebody here is got wisdom about that. I want to say that you are somebody who's possibly in a past life connection, or you know of one, or possibly you have this twin flame energy with you. It feels like there is a rebirth assured. So if you've been waiting on the twin, for some of you, the twin could be emerging. And for others of you, I feel like you are going to recognize or come to the place of knowing that you have this past life connection. Maybe you already know who I'm talking about, but it feels like whatever's going on here with the past life connection and the twin flame, it feels like there is an apology that's showing up here. And that is what is going to cause this rebirth here. We do have peace. Look at this. The hard work is this is what you've been working for. So regardless of whether you're dealing with somebody who's a past life connection or a twin flame, I feel like this is what you've been working toward. You've been working toward really hard work toward having some peace. Peace and contentment are coming to you, and I love that. It feels like you do have an apology coming to you as well from a past life connection, which can be feminine or masculine, right? Or a twin flame. Take it as it resonates for you. Let's get to some tarot. Tell me more about Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sag, if you're interested in a private reading, now would be the time to do that. I can get you a reading in less than 10 days if you're interested, but it's about to get really busy. So after that, you're probably going to be standing in line. If you're interested in doing that, you can look at the pinned comment below this video. All right, let's move things away a little bit here. Make some room. Tell me about Sagittarius. It's coming up for Sag, please, in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Five of Pentacles. This top row is the past energy, by the way. It's the near past energy. I want to know where you're coming from here. So you're out of this cycle of this hard cycle that you've been in. Look at this. We got 5, 5, 5. In the reading I just did for Aries, they also are coming out of a hard cycle. So I don't know if you have connection with Aries, but we do have 3 5s, which is quick change. Something is about to change in a beneficial way because the Fool is here. So I feel like this is the near past, like yesterday or before that. Take it as it resonates for you. Tell me about the Fool. We have the King of Wands. Somebody is about to stand up and be counted here. I feel like you are somebody who's about to take action or be motivated, feeling motivated to step out. It feels like you are the master of your domain. I'm going to say Sagittarius, whether you're feminine or masculine. I feel like all this hard work you've put in, not only on the spiritual self, but in the 3D world, because chop wood is about the 3D world. I feel like that you are... I mean, for some of you, maybe it's not an apology that you're receiving from someone outside of you. Maybe you're just saying, look, you know what? It's time for us to step forward here. Like, it's time for you to step forward. I feel like you might have to make some sacrifices in order to do that. Some of this, these could be relationships. It could be a job, something that has finished here. And for a long while, you've been hanging out in the in-between here. You've been in between worlds, not knowing what to do. What should I do this time? I'm not really sure. It feels like some of you might be getting a message from somebody that you've been waiting on for an apology. We do have message in a bottle. That's why I'm saying that. And it is card number 15, which is a 6, and we do have a 6 here. It's like you're over the hump. The hardest part is over. I'm going to say, tell me more about Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius. Something flipped. We should get that. Wheel of Fortune. There it is. So the wheel is turning. It's pulling you out of this hard cycle that you've been in here, Sag. We've got the Page of Pentacles at the center, the heart of the matter here. It's all about you emerging as someone new for a new opportunity, or you're growing something new or beginning something new in the 3D. We do have the Two of Pentacles. It's going to bring you balance. It's like, I feel like I feel like there's growth here. We've got the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. It feels like there's been some growth here. Spiritual growth, pentacle growth, so growth in your job, home. We've got the Moon energy here. Wow. We've got the Ace of Cups. And we've got the the Four of Pentacles. Sag, I feel like what you don't see is that there's some really beautiful things that are showing up for you here. You know, I feel like you've been growing, I want to say. You've been in a cycle or a chapter of your life where I feel that you're now coming out of some sort of a period of lack. It could be a lack of thinking the way you were thinking, but it feels like it's scarcity. And scarcity is like having enough, but feeling like you don't. Looking at things in a negative perspective. I feel like you've been looking at things sort of in a negative way or a negative perspective, or feeling like things were never going to get better. Could be that with the Five of Pentacles. And I feel like things are really about to change. Because I feel like this door has already opened for you, I want to say, because this is the past energy, which is yesterday or just before that, right? And with the King of Wands here, it feels like the reason that the door opened is because you are the master of your domain. But listen, I don't think you're looking that way. It feels like to you, like you're like, it's like I keep doing this every day, and I feel like you've been growing, and maybe you haven't noticed your growth, but the universe has, because we do have the wheel here, because when Jupiter's here, it's about expansion. I feel like you've been keeping your head down, staying in your lane, doing your own thing, and things have been expanding, and the universe is saying, it's time for you to move forward. It feels like it took a very long time to get here, but at the heart of the matter is the Page of Coins, and that tells me that there's an opportunity in the 3D that I feel is going to be offered to you. Somebody's going to notice your growth. We do have the Moon energy here with the Ace of Cups. It feels like there's an opportunity in love for some of you, that this door has already opened, but you don't see it. It feels like in the week ahead, you might see it then, but I feel like it's been hanging open there for a while you've been working really hard and becoming like the master of your domain, which is the King of Wands, that you've been, that's your energy, Sag, right? Whether you're feminine or masculine, you've been kind of looking over things and now sitting on the throne and saying, I can do what I want. Nobody can tell me what to do. The power's in my hands. And I think it's because you've had some sort of a growth here that you've been really focused on. I think you've been so focused on the growth that you don't realize how much you've grown, but we'll get back to that with some tarot and find out. We'll clarify a little bit. I feel like for some of you with this Moon energy and the Ace of Cups, that what you don't see coming, but maybe you feel it, is that around the corner, I feel like some of you are about to meet somebody new. It feels like there is a new connection coming in, right? Because something is finished. Now, for some of you, this unfinished symphony could mean that something is about to be reborn, because we do have rebirth being assured. So this could mean for some of you that you've been waiting and you feel that someone else is coming around, but yeah, I feel like you've grown so much that this is going to be up to you, right? This, of course, is always up to you. You have your agency. You can make your own decisions and use your own discernment. But there is an Ace of Cups here that's hiding with the Moon energy. And the Moon energy is things are not as they seem. You can feel them, Pisces, Cancer energy, but you don't see them. It feels like when this does show up, you're going to be a little bit guarded. It feels like you are holding back. You're not really sure. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's now in their bossed up energy, and you're like, I don't even think I need this anymore. So let's talk about that just a little bit. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. So I feel like regardless of what's going on, regardless of what you have to sacrifice, regardless of what you've been dedicating yourself to, it feels like if you can master the gentle touch as you come out of your solitude with this new knowledge about the past life connection or the twin flame, it feels like something is about to begin again for some of you. So if this is a twin flame connection I'm talking about, something is about to resume. So for some of you, you might come into contact, spiritual contact possibly. Maybe it's not in the 3D, but it could be because of the Page of Coins, coming into contact again with the twin flame or the past life connection. listen, maybe you don't know this person. Not everyone is aware that they have a twin flame or a past life connection. So you could be coming in contact with this person for the first time in this 3D world. You'll recognize their energy, but their body is different. So it's like you've never met them before, if that makes any sense at all. Let's clarify just a little bit, find out what else is going on here. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, just looked at the timer. It said 15 to 15. That might be an angel number for somebody. Tell me about Sag. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune. So we've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, and Pisces and Cancer energy here. More Aries. Tell me about the wheel. Why is the wheel here? What's expanding? What is all this good stuff that's arriving? This is the present moment, which is the week ahead, right? I'm reading for the week ahead. This is the past. This is the present moment. This is the future. So this is what's coming up next week. This is what's coming up in the week after next week. Tell me about the wheel. Something is about to work out in your favor, friend. We do have the Page of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups, and we have the Hermit energy here. I feel like what's showing up here is going to make you incredibly and ultimately happy. We have the Hermit here, card number 9. We have Solitude, card number 9. So we already knew that you were in this Hermit energy, but I feel like whatever this Page of Cups is about to pull you out of this Hermit energy, because the wheel is moving forward. Divine timing is here, and everything is about to change. Nothing is going to be the same as it ever was. So we got the 10 of Cups, which tells me whatever is happening is making you incredibly and ultimately happy. For some of you, it is new love. We have the Page of Cups, and for me, that's the beginning of something. It is good news. Some sort of good news is arriving. For those of you who this is not about a past connection, a past life connection, or a twin flame, it is about some good news that's arriving that is going to make you really happy, and it's going to pull you out of this Hermit energy. It's going to be about some sort of expansion or whatever is happening with this Page of Coins. Tell me about the Page of Coins, please. The Page of Pentacles. Something is in the early stages of becoming really abundant. Yeah, because we have 5 and 4 is 9. So it feels like, yeah, it feels like you have all the power, Sag. In the week ahead, you have all the power. You're the one that's making all the decisions. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Moon again. And we've got the Page of Pentacles again. Look, it is all happening in your 3D world. For some of you, this could be the job you've been waiting for, the payout you've been waiting for. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is always in this reciprocal energy with the universe. The King of Pentacles is the one who has the Midas touch. And the reason that they have the Midas touch is because they're constantly overgiving to people around them, constantly sharing their wealth, sharing their time, their energy, whatever the energy is of the King of Pentacles. It can be money, it can be health, it can be wealth, whatever it is that you've been sharing, that you've been overgiving to people for so long, it's about to be paid back. When the King of Pentacles shows up, and being the person with the Midas touch for me, it's like you've been giving so long good karma to the universe, it's about to be paid back out to you. And for some of you, it could be money. The King of Pentacles is here with the Page of Pentacles. It's a new financial opportunity. And now, not only are you the King of Wands, but now you're going to be sitting in the throne as the King of Pentacles. Somebody who has more than they need. Somebody who is able to share with other people. I feel like this is something that's sort of under wraps right now. There's energy here that these are things that are about to show up because of this rebirth that's showing up here, because of all of this hard work that you've done and the quick change that is about to arrive. I feel like you're in this energy of this 2 of Pentacles here. You might be, walking a tightrope. You might be juggling a lot of things. Things are really busy. And as you're minding your business, I feel like a really, really big opportunity shows up because the King of Pentacles is here. Tell me about this 2 of Pentacles. We've got the 9 of Wands. We've got the King of Cups. Now we've got the 3rd King. Look, I feel like somebody here is racing toward this Emperor energy. Whether you are feminine or masculine, I feel like somebody here is about to take control of their life. And it is going to pay out big in love and in money. It feels like with the 9 of Wands here, the 9 of Wands covering the 2 of Pentacles tells me that you've been doing your best but you're exhausted. I feel like you're resilient though, like you're so resilient, Sag. It feels like this King of Cups energy is telling me, I got it. Look, no matter what comes at me, no matter how choppy the waters get, I'm good. I'm not going to melt down. I'm not going to freak out. I'm just going to stay. I'm just going to stay on this tightrope, and I am going to continue to stay in balance, waiting to see what the universe is going to do. So we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you're on the verge of giving up or falling off, or things are like all the balls are in the air right now, Sag. That's what it feels like when the King of Cups shows up. And I feel like the King of Cups is the supportive one, the one who knows deep down, I got this. Don't worry about it. Things are stable. Things are good. It comes in some sort of a moment of realization. Now, this could definitely be communication. I feel like somebody here is going to be getting some communication about a very, I'm going to say it third time, very lucrative situation. It feels like somebody with power is going to show up, or you are the person with power, and it feels like you are showing up for yourself. Take it as it resonates for you. Tell me about this moon energy in the future here. If you are somebody who is tangled up in this twin flame or this past connection situation, your person could be a Taurus. They could be a Pisces or a Cancer, maybe a Virgo. We've got a lot of pentacle energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. And tell me about the moon. What is it that Sag cannot see? We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Chariot, and we've got the Magician. I feel like there's people that you have realized are smack talking you behind your back. When I see this particular Five of Wands, it's like people are engaged in gossip in so much that they don't even see that they're on fire. Like it feels like people are talking about you, talking about your growth. It feels like a little bit of jealousy. People are like, well, Sag thinks they're all that. I think you are all that, Sag. I'm just going to say, it feels like you've been having such really big gains in your growth here. I feel like what you're doing here is like, I don't need this anymore. I don't need it. What I need is to work really hard so I can have my peace. I don't really need these people in my life anymore. I feel like you're leaving that situation, and I feel like you're really determined to do that. You've realized that you're the one in charge. You realized your worth, that you are the one in charge here, and that you make the decisions. So I feel like there is something new that's showing up here. And I feel like maybe you're a person who's in the in-between energy. You're in this energy of waiting for rebirth. Being in the in-between energy here, it's like maybe you've left a group of people who just didn't give you any peace. Now you're in peace, but you're lonely. Maybe you're alone. Maybe you're not lonely, but maybe you're alone. I feel like something new is showing up here. Tell me about the Ace of Cups, please. We've got the High Priestess. You know it's showing up here. Sag, you are quite psychic. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Yes, you're about to get some movement in love here. There is a new door that's opening here. I'm going to say that when it shows up, you are going to be a little defensive because, Sag, I feel like you've been hurt over and over and over again. It feels like... I feel like now that you're more on top of it with your intuition, though, because the High Priestess is here, it's almost like the calm before the storm. It's like the High Priestess is silent. I'm within myself, figuring it out. I'm not talking to people, keeping to myself, and then boom, all of a sudden things show up again. Things start to move quickly. That's your energy with the Eight of Wands. It feels like things start to speed up, maybe a little quicker than you want them to go, which is saying a lot for Sag because you're always moving pretty quickly, right? Tell me about the Four of Pentacles, please. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the World card, and we've got the Knight of Cups. So it does feel like a chapter is ending here, and with it, it's bringing abundance as a new beginning. It is a brand new, abundant love connection for some of you. It feels like your money's on point. You are one king away from the Emperor energy. We've got the King of Wands, the King of Cups, so we're looking for the King of Swords. So it feels like there's been no conversation yet. We haven't really gotten to a place where we're being, I feel like somebody here has not made a decision to say something. We've got the Ace of Swords here, which tells me that it could be communication that's coming about love, emotions. We could be talking about feelings here, but I feel like somebody here is scared to talk about feelings or isn't really wanting to do that. It feels like as we get into, not next week, but the week after that, it feels like a new door is opening to romance here, and it is a long-term romance here, but I feel like you've kind of given it the side eye a little bit because the Four of Pentacles is here. For some of you, you've had this feeling that something was showing up and you've been holding on to that feeling, waiting for it to show up. Maybe you've got a different perspective here. We've got the, there we go. The Queen of Wands is here. Look, we have the King and the Queen now. So it does feel like you do have a soulmate energy showing up here, which accounts for this past life connection and twin flame. Look, when the wisdom shows up, when the Hierophant is here, it's because you've learned a lesson. And I feel like you have learned a lesson. It feels like you know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I feel like you have become a student of this spiritual energy that you have. And I feel like there is some sort of a soulmate coming in for you here, my friend. Someone who you're going to be very taken with. They're very attractive and they're going to be very, very attracted to you. It's going to be, I feel like you're going to pause, pull away a little bit to try and learn about this person before you run at it, which is very good. It's practicing this King of Cups energy, which is being emotionally intelligent and not diving right in right away. And so I feel like you're going to let it build slowly, which is the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. But I feel like you are closing a door of an old chapter, an old you, an old way of thinking, an old way of being, and you're about to have some sort of a rebirth here. All right, for some of you, it is with somebody that you already know. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, Sag. I'll be back, though, because I'm always back. See you guys. Bye-bye.